My name is Will Schrader. I go by the Twitter handle Harmjoy. I'm a security researcher and red teamer for a company called SpecterOps in the United States. I've been in security for about 4 or 5 years. Kind of got into it, and we would do security assessments where we go to clients, try to break in and then tell them how to fix things. And it was interesting for a while. Then I started building tools. That's really how I started to get into PowerShell, because it's such a powerful, awesome language. And we started building kind of some offensive and defensive tool sets to facilitate our jobs and how we actually do engagements. I started in early 2014. So, started writing kind of terrible code, but it's gotten a lot better now. Back in 2014, there was, a couple situations, actually one that I'm speaking of here at the conference of, common tasks that we might do, figure out how we might be able to escalate privileges on a system or something. I was doing it all by hand. Then all of a sudden it dawned on me there's an automation language that lets us do all this stuff. So, started writing stuff together, got really excited about it, and then I had a bunch of really awesome people in the community with like Matt Graber, Chris Campbell, and different people, Carlos Perez, reached out to me and really kind of took me under their wing and showed me how to do proper coding practices and gave me lots of ideas and great feedback. Right now I'm doing lots of stuff. I've been using PowerShell on engagement for the last 3 straight years pretty much. We even ended up writing a full remote access tool, kind of a piece of semi-malware or simulated malware called PowerShell Empire. Most recently, I actually have been using PowerShell with Azure and DSC to build up training ranges for security training. So ways to automate up entire expansive simulated kind of networks all in Azure. Again, just using PowerShell. From the kind of offensive and defensive side, been doing more stuff with kind of really diving into some lower level like token privilege escalation, securable objects, and really kind of using PowerShell to help us, me and some coworkers, automate some of the research that we're trying to do from the security side. It's essential. It's pretty much required now, to where I know when I started back in 2014, a lot of people were, kind of resistant to PowerShell, especially in the security community. The community is very Python heavy focused, so a lot of people were very hesitant to really pick up PowerShell, kind of full time. But, so for a couple of years, there was only a small handful of us in the security community, maybe 5 or 6 that are using PowerShell heavily. But really in the last year, people realized, oh, this is huge. We should really, get into this. And the popularity has exploded with the number of projects. So if you do security now, I think it's almost a completely essential skill that you have to be able to use PowerShell. Really kind of the full power of its ability, especially with DSC, which are some of the things that I went to. Even using like management of Nano Server with Alexander's talk was awesome. And then I'm trying to remember. Oh, sorry, the jet lag's getting me just a little bit. But and I really like the keynote with Jeffrey about kind of talking about the transformative direction that they're trying to go with the architecture of the entire language. It was really awesome. This really is one of my favorite conferences every year now. Last year is my first year, and then coming this year, it just reaffirmed it, to where the community is so engaging. Everybody is so just excited and nice and just kind of like friendly and welcoming and inclusive to each other. So I was talking with someone earlier today in the speaker lounge where they're saying, you don't have to worry about like making a mistake or, people kind of judging you and getting angry. You can kind of go out on a limb, try some new things and like experiment with some stuff, and it really feels like a true community. Even though I'm in the United States, this feels almost more like kind of more my community in some ways than even the US side.